Hello, beautiful people. So, I will just jump into this reading. For this reading, I decided not to use the meditation because I recognize that every reading is different. And there's one readings that I feel like need more grounding or more, or will bring more soft energy. With this one, it's more fiery. So, I will just jump in it. So, I have here Seven of Wands. And beneath it, I have Ace of Swords, and then I have the Emperor, and beneath it, I have the Moon in reverse. So this kind of represents your current state. Where are you currently? I feel like although it's kind of a leaning towards your future. That's what I feel. I don't feel it's so much connected with your past. I feel like it's more what you're leaning towards too. Maybe not being fully here, these situations that we will read about, but more like where are you kind of moving towards too. And then I have some supportive messages in this situation, what can help you. And with this, I have Two of Pentacles. And beneath, I have the Devil. Again, I personally, how I read the tarot, nothing here is bad. I know we have the Devil here, we have the Death in general in tarot cards. These are all just aspects, just like emotions. They are here to help us understand and navigate our life. So how we see them, how we interpret them, and what especially we decide we will do with them is everything. But without further ado, let's go into it. So, Seven of Wands. Beneath it, that is paired with Ace of Swords. So, Seven of Wands here, to me, it really represents the person who is defending their belief and their value. They are standing up for what it is that they believe in. And it's for the first time that I actually recognize that this person has different shoes on, which kind of represents the disadvantage, or like a person who is being surprised by some, like a problem or a conflict, but they are getting up and ready to deal with it. It's kind of a disadvantage, and at the same time talking about the flexibility and adaptability of this person to deal with the situation. And I feel like that's what represents you right now. This person is fighting against many different ones there and standing their ground. It feels like this person is outnumbered, but it's something that they don't feel it. They are standing on a higher ground, and despite having different shoes, kind of a feeling disadvantage, this person is standing up for what they believe it's right. It's standing up for your values. It's standing up for what you feel your worth of. And again, I really want to bring the attention here when it comes to standing up for yourself and your values, that this is done in a way where you are not forcing or damaging other people. Again, when I was reading about this card, it was talking about, another people attacking you and, you feeling attacked by other people and all this stuff. But again, use your own discernment. In reality, we feel attacked, but it doesn't mean that people are actually attacking us. There's many situations in life where we are in conflict and other people are not here to actually attack us. They're also just standing up for what they believe. So we are in a similar position. So we may think something and the other person may think differently. It doesn't mean that they are attacking you, although you may feel like this. So it's really important to understand that you are perceiving situation in a certain way and that this person might not be like literally attacking you. And again, it's using your discernment, what is actually going on. There might be people who actually do want harm you, but again, using your discernment and understanding, is this your perception of it because you feel triggered and this is your response to it, or is this situation actually threatening to you? These are two different things. But then again, the next step is really what you are doing about it, how you are standing for yourself. I think it's really important to understand that there can be multiple truths in certain contexts, multiple truths that we can hold the space for. I do believe that a person that is wise understands that I have a certain point of view and I feel very passionate about it, and there's another person who has different point of view and they will stand for it, and there's a conflict between it where we disagree. and we can feel passionate about it, and this person can feel passionate about it. But then again, it's okay how we feel about it, and again, understanding then we are different, and there's different tools in this world that help us. And I think the wise thing here is understanding that just because something is not working out for me doesn't mean that it's not good, or that it will not help and work for other people. So I personally believe that is a wise thing to do, understanding that just because you don't like something, or you recognize that it's actually not working for you, understanding again that there's many different tools that can help many different people. For me personally, I do connect with spirituality as well, with the world that is unseen, with the world that is much grander that I can, or my brain can understand. I am comfortable with this, and I am willing to step into the unknown with all of my discomfort, and I'm interested into this world. Again, there's people who are not interested into this, and that is totally fine. And again, I think again, the mature conversation for me personally is when there's two people having different points of view, and again, understanding that there's many different tools in this world that can help us. So when it comes to standing your ground, maybe protecting your values, talking about your values, I don't mean being rigid. I don't mean being closed off, where you are closing yourself off from what all is out there, what all knowledge is out there, and recognizing that there's people who are thinking and living differently. Again, learning is about expansion, not being closed off, but expanding, and understanding that it's not always about you and about what you believe and what you think, but also understanding there's people who are thinking and living differently. So again, it's the feeling of expanding your knowledge. It's really talking about allowing yourself to expand your understanding of this world. And trust me, if you are being open-minded and open-hearted, you will learn more. It doesn't mean that it will help you personally, but you'll just get a different idea of how things can work. And maybe it will help you in the future. Maybe it will help another person that you will meet, and you can give them example of this person. I always believe that if you are absolutely rooted in your center and you know what is good for you in a moment and not, I do believe it's good to hold this ground, but at the same time being open to different knowledge, because you never know how this can help you in the future, or how this can help other person. It's not always all about you. It's again, we are social beings. We help each other, and we can help each other in one way or another. So again, it's really talking about standing for your values, and at the same time not being rigid about it, not being closed off from what is there out in the world that is helping and working out for other people and not necessarily for you. So that's what I want to connect when it comes to this card, because I do see a lot of readings that are excluding other people, or showing them as bad because they have their own belief systems. I really want to live personally in a world where we are understanding more deeply how life works, and when we are being more inclusive towards each other. Again, there's different context in this, and when it comes to our personal integrity and protecting our bodies and our beings, I do feel that we have to protect our human values, such as integrity of our bodies, when it comes to saying over our bodies what we want to do with our bodies and what we don't want to do with our bodies. I think that when it comes to this discussion, I do believe we deserve to have integrity and decision making over our bodies. This is non-negotiable for me. So again, different context, different things. Back to the reading. So with the 7 of Wands, beneath we have Ace of Swords, which represents a new idea. It talks about also a clear, clear communication. It's so funny, I just cleared my throat. I love how these cards work and how I react to them as well. Anyway, it talks about clear communication, and it talks about a new idea. So for me, these two cards are kind of connected, that when you are rooted in your truth and again being open to the knowledge that is out there, being inclusive, and wondering about the world, and being really curious and interested in how other people see the world, new ideas can emerge. But specifically here, I do feel it is connected with you holding your ground and being true to what resonates to you in a moment. I see it in a moment because, again, learning is about expansion, is never ending thing. We can never learn fully everything. There's always going to be more to learn. So every moment if you allow yourself to be open to new possibilities, to new perspectives, you will change your mind, most likely, or maybe not, it doesn't matter. But that's the openness that I'm talking about. Allowing yourself to learn to change your mind, because you might come across with a new understanding and not being rigid and holding tightly to what it is that you believe, to preserve your integrity. I personally believe that integrity is really open-mindedness and open-heartedness, willingness to change your mind, willingness to be wrong, and just allowing yourself to know better or know more what is out there. So I do believe that this mindset is really helping you to reach a new perspectives. For me, because we have wants, which is passion and creativity, it's really finding new creative ideas to your problems and just to your life in general, in whichever field you are trying to apply this to. So I will leave this here. 7 of Wands with the Ace of Swords. Again, I do feel with this type of energy and openness, and especially being rooted in what is true to you, being rooted in your values and expressing them and standing for what you believe is right, but not being closed off, I do believe new ideas will emerge for you. So, continuing forward, next cards, we have the Emperor, and beneath it, we have the Moon in reverse. The Emperor represents the structure, the control over the world, not over control, but the control over their own world. It talks about the passion, talks about the creativity, and it talks about the action. So, person taking an action. It's represented by the Aries in astrology, and it is also represented by number 4, which is talking about the foundation, by the structure, and again the action. The Moon beneath, it's so interesting, but because the Emperor is all about the action, more of a masculine energy. I really don't like to use masculine feminine energy, but for the sake of, or for the lack of the better word, I will use it here. So with the masculine, I mean more action taking. With the feminine, I mean more receptive. This in the world can represent as sleeping, so being inactive, and waking up and doing your own thing. This kind of action talks about the balance between the two, about the conscious and subconscious. And the Moon especially talks about the illusions. It talks about subconscious. But when it's reversed, it talks about gaining more clarity through the fog, or gaining more clarity through the illusion, gaining more clarity when it comes to subconscious things surfacing up and taking action about it. So it's beautiful energy, the combination, the balance between two, especially with the Two of Pentacles that we have here as a supportive messages. It's like the balance between the two. So this energy again talks about, I want to especially talk about the Moon here, because we have here the dog and the wolf, which represents kind of the wild aspect of ourselves, untamed aspect of ourselves, which is kind of represented also with subconscious, where we feel we don't have control over, right? And then the domesticated part of ourselves, which is the dog. They both are howling at the Moon, kind of being curious and interested by the subconscious world. So again, the Moon represents our feminine energy. It represents our emotions, and it represents also the illusions and the subconscious world. It's kind of talking about animals being intrigued by the Moon, being intrigued by the subconscious world. And again, in the reverse, kind of means that right now I feel like you are working more actively to unravel the subconscious or suppressed things that are surfacing up to the world. And again, I think it's really connected with finding the balance and finding the structure, integrating the parts of ourselves that we may be suppressed, or the parts that are coming up into our psyche, or letting them go. Not everything needs to be integrated. It's also letting them go. So that's what these cards represent. I'm so pulled towards the last two cards, which are talking about, again, finding the balance, or just talking about the duality of the life. That's what 2 represents. So again, the subconscious and the conscious parts of our life, being active and being passive in our life. Passive meaning in a way, as I said, sleeping, resting, not being productive, allowing yourself to receive, not just to give. Again, the 2 points of the life, giving and receiving, right? So the Two of Pentacles here really talk about finding the balance in life. This person is juggling multiple responsibilities in their life, and they are juggling in a way where they dance with it. So it's really a representation of not being too serious, not being too rigid, but not just finding balance between multiple things, but playing with it, having fun with it. And behind this person, we also have the sea. Again, the duality of the life when it comes to waves coming up and also coming down. Again, talks about the skill of navigating our life through the ups and downs. And again, it represents, we have 2 ships there that are sailing through these waters. And it's also talking about the resilience and flexibility of these ships navigating through these turbulent waters, which represents, again, reminding yourself of the skills that you already gained and opening up the space for the skills to navigate through turbulent waters. And it's, again, trusting your skills. This ship is well equipped for this kind of waters. And again, trusting yourself that you already have these skills. And again, being transparent where you want to refine those tools and skills and opening up to different possibilities, different perspectives, different coping mechanisms. But again, going back to the Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, again, it's finding balance because we have here the Devil beneath it. And because we have the unconscious work with the subconscious, maybe shadow work, maybe trauma work, whatever it is that you're doing here, standing up for yourself. It's talking about finding the right balance between dealing with the trauma or dealing with the shadow work, dealing with things that you are unaware with. It talks about taking small, gradual steps, if that's what resonates with you. Taking small, gradual steps when it comes to uncovering the things that feel uncomfortable to you. This can be addictions. This can be changing certain behaviors, thought patterns, your mindset. Again, it's talking about finding the balance between doing this work and not forgetting about other parts of your life, not forgetting about your body. And it's not talking just about the areas of your life that you're working with. It talks about how you do with it. Again, I feel like this 2 of Pentacles can be so inspirational, this card or this person, because they're dealing with these things, multiple things in their life, but they are dancing with it. So it talks about playful energy, because when you are playful about your life, you are thinking more creatively. When you're not taking your life too seriously, when you're not taking yourself too seriously in a way where you are trying to force yourself or force certain perspectives on you, although they are good perspectives. Again, it's not just talking about the perspectives that you want to integrate or tools that you want to incorporate. It talks about how you are incorporating these things as well. It's really finding a balance between, again, multiple things in your life, but then again, how you do it, right? Being playful about it. Again, the Devil here, it really talks about your shadow work, your trauma. It talks about the thought pattern that you are maybe, let me think about it. It's not just a thought pattern. It talks about being too exposed or exposing yourself too much to the trauma in a way where it really throws you in an imbalanced state, in a way where you don't know, you're navigating through those thoughts. It's, again, talking about balance, exposing yourself to the traumatic events little by little. So in trauma work, usually how this is done is the therapist usually makes sure that a person is safe. It's really important in order to deal with uncomfortable stuff, to deal with trauma, to have a safe space first. So again, how you are dealing with yourself, having a loving relationship with yourself. Again, it's talking about being grounded as well. So creating a safe space, this is a first step. Then I think it's called tintering. Anyway, what it means, it's slowly exposing yourself to these traumatic events. So going back to the memory and exposing yourself little by little to these traumatic events to the extent that you still feel in control. And then the next step is kind of finding the balance between these two worlds. So between being exposed to the trauma and at the same time gaining a new perspective by feeling safe in your body. This literally can mean coming back to the present moment, understanding that you are tracking through your memories, and at the same time you are here right now where you are safe and you feel safe. What this usually is doing is kind of not fusing, but kind of gaining a new perspective or infusing the feeling of safety in your body. Kind of finding this safety space when you are traveling through your trauma, through the discomfort. And again, taking small gradual steps where you feel you're still in control. And then there's also part of integration, so integrating a new perspective about it. So again, this talks about exposing yourself to the trauma, to this discomfort in a balanced way. Again, not pushing yourself and forcing yourself to expose to these things where you feel like you are out of control, but doing it in a loving way for yourself. And I feel like it's good to find a grounding moment for you. What I mean by this is when you're dealing with trauma and with discomfort, to have this place within yourself, if you're with people or not, which is called your safe space. This can literally be memory, or this can be like a hug from a person you trust. This can be a pet that you love. It's really a safe place for you. This can be your home where you feel safe and grounded. And what is really doing with yourself is fusing this safe space into the traumatic event. I highly recommend anyway that you do this with a therapist. But again, I do feel it's also equipping yourself with the knowledge. And I think that the end point is to get rid of the therapist and to gain a new skill of how you deal with the trauma in a way where you don't need that advice anymore, in a way where you are embodying this peace when it comes to traumatic events. It's gaining a new perspective over trauma. It's accepting it, it's integrating it, but not allowing that this modifies your perspective on the world in a way where you feel that maybe you can feel in your body that because of this traumatic event, maybe you never want to, I don't know, for example, drive a car anymore, or you feel like people are not safe for you. It's really gaining a perspective over where you feel, is this trigger that you're feeling, is this rooted in reality? Are my circumstances really traumatic and threatening my life? And if you realize it's not, again, coming back to this safe place, allowing yourself to feel this, but also connected with this grounding image of a warm hug or a safe space, to feel safe in your body and to slowly starting to feel in your body safe and feeling like people are safe. You know, not everyone is a threat. So again, it's really talking about doing this Two of Pentacles, doing small gradual steps, finding the balance between the two. And finding the balance, doing again loving steps when it comes to you uncovering the traumatic events. So again, these loving messages, what they represent is again finding balance, playing with how you are going about things, how you are dealing with your trauma, how you're dealing with different life themes. And again, exposing yourself when it comes to discomfort, when it comes to things that are surfacing up dealing with it lovingly. This is first things first, dealing with it gradually. Now, again, in life, it might happen that we don't have control over how triggered we will feel. There's many different paths, again, how we can deal with our life. And, it will be ideal if we are exposed to it gradually, but that's not how life always works. Maybe you will have a strong, triggering emotions or feelings, and in this situation, it will be normal to lose the control over the situation and feel like spiral down. Again, I just want to offer your perspective that that's how life is. And this Two of Pentacles, again, it reminds me of this playfulness, and not just playfulness around this, allowing for you to be a human and to have this experience in a way that it just is in a moment. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but I think it's so important to be loving towards yourself, to just allow yourself to put out everything that you feel. And again, look into the trauma healing or trauma therapy, how they are going about things. It's really about, again, grounding yourself, being rooted in reality, and understanding that just because we feel threatened with this Seven of Wands we talked before, we feel that we maybe feel attacked by a person, but this person is not actually attacking us. They are also just defending their own values. Maybe they're also being triggered. Again, it's understanding what is actually going on in a situation. We will not always have the opportunity to have clarity over the situation, but what we have in control is our world and what we want to express and how we want to feel. And again, there's no right or wrong way. Life is, again, sometimes really about trying different things, trying your best. And that's what's the point of life as well. Again, with the Two of Pentacles here, this person is juggling many different things, but they are dancing with it. It's talking about the playfulness. It's talking about we will not always have all the answers, and sometimes we just have to try different things and then get the answer out of it. And we might not like the answer, and that is okay. So I will close the reading here. I really hope that this helped you. I really hope or also urge you to find a therapist that can help you with this thing. I think tarot is a great tool to help you as well. But again, if you feel you want to dive deeper into this and find a support, I do feel trauma-informed therapy is so great with this, because they will give you a more firm tools how to deal with it. And knowing that you don't have to go through this alone, that there's people who are here to help you. So again, hope this helped, and I will see you with the next reading.